Hey folks, how's it going? I'm Josh, and today we can check out Micky Flanagan's Rags to Riches. Guys, please continue to leave comments below because all our videos are based off your comments. And if you're subscribed, we check out those comments and recommendations first. Also, we have a Patreon. If you can't afford it, that's all good. Just continue to like, share, subscribe, and comment below. And that means a lot. It helps a lot. So let's jump into it.
The reason I like to do this bit, people, is I need to tell you where I'm at. There's a few things we need to talk about, okay? First thing we'll look at is the money. Okay. As you know, I grew up on a council estate. I've not made a big thing of it.
Did he say councillor state?
Back in the 70s, when people are proud to live on a council estate. No stigma. Lovely.
Oh, council estate. Give me a second. Let me look that up. Oh, public housing. All right, let's get into it.
People who come in the pub, I've got myself a council flat. You go, whee! You just get on the sick, you'll never work again, son. You'll never work again.
Dude, that's so... Man, it's just crazy that we're separated by this distance. And it's like, yeah, public housing over here. And there's Section 8, and then there's the projects. And that's the same thing. You're celebrating for getting it because like the rent is either non-existent or like super cheap. And then we said if you get on the sick, you never work again. People work so hard to get on disability here because you can be an alcoholic and get disability. So you can booze and live off the government for like the rest of your life. And that's like a lot of people's ultimate goal, and you celebrate it for it. That's really funny. We grew up in public housing, and we wanted to get out as soon as possible. It's just too much freaking crime, man. My mom worked super hard to get us out of public housing.
We weren't the piss poor family on the estate. Every estate had a proper piss poor family, didn't it? A family you used to look at and think, we're skinned, but you're fucking poor, man. How did you get that poor? You know, you look in the house, you think, oh, no wallpaper. Sugar still in the bag on the table. The family where the brother had a baby with the sister. Well, that family.
That sugar in the bag thing is funny because I'll never see her again. But Michelle had 6 kids, and we put our sugar inside like a jar and our flour inside like a jar. But that's so crazy that the sugar's always out, mainly to make Kool-Aid, and that's not like being stereotypical. Like they made tons of Kool-Aid and used a ton of sugar all the time. The Kool-Aid was good. It was good though. Lots of sugar.
Regular working class family, you know, provident checks, free school dinners, grant uniforms. Things got a bit tough when they put the old man in prison. He did it. At least I got to sleep in my mum's bed, every clad. So, let's jump to the present. Right, okay. 3 major sellout UK tours, platinum selling DVDs. Right, I'm fucking loaded, all right? Absolutely caked up beyond belief. It's shocking. Now, I'm fine with it. It's fantastic. It's fucking lovely. The management are a little bit spooked. They worry about these things, the management. They called me in. They said, Mick, look, you're from the people, you're of the people, you're one of the people. But if they find out how much money you've got, they could go right on the turn. I said, look, don't worry.
So you mean they'll view him negatively? That happens a lot with celebrities once you get so big.
Talk to them about it. Then they really started panicking. So this is what I've come up with, people. For the next couple of hours, you've got to imagine I am still like you. But with money. And we'll get along fine. I've got to keep bullshitting ya. So things like, I was on the train the other day. I wasn't on the train the other day, all right? I'm in the back of a Mercedes-Benz. Tinted windows, champagne and ice. I've started buying mad shit I have for this money. I bought myself a leaf blower the other day.
What's a big one?
It's not for the garden. So I can blow the £50 notes out of the way. And away to the kitchen.
Oh, shit.
Who put that tenner in there? Fucking embarrassing. So right.
Oh. Oh, it was good. Oh. Man, I don't think so many people can like make their wealth funny. That was good, man. He did a good job with that. It's not an easy thing to do. You know, because it's crazy. I see a lot of people who do that when you have like a band or an artist or whatever it is, a comedian, and then you always get a group of people who like start calling people sellouts when they start making like real money, and they have to continue to put on this image that I'm like this everyday Joe or this everyday like Jill or whatever, and it's like, wasn't the ultimate goal to get to the point where you had wealth from your talent? So why do you like, you know, call people sellouts? I don't get it. Like the ultimate goal is to get to that point. So it's really funny that how he did this, man. It just like, yeah, I make money now. Like there's like that's just, man, that's good. And he really did, man. He did a really job of turning that funny. That's a hard thing to do, and I think it's important that he started with like where he started. That's always a critical thing. That's really good that he started the joke that way, saying like how he grew up in on a council estate and all that jazz. Which I'm glad I stopped and looked that up. I think I would have kind of got it further on, but I just want to see right away. And somebody recommended that, like, just kind of pause the video and just look it up. That way you can like appreciate things more. And I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea. Because I grew up in public housing. Like, man, my mom worked really hard to get us out of it, and then we left the projects, and then we actually were able to get into a house, and we were helped by like stuff like Section 8 and stuff like that, which is just a long list. And then she worked hard to get us off that. And then my pops, which is my, like, I always call him my pops, he's my stepdad. He came into the picture, and that helped a lot as well. So we were able to actually get out of it and stay out of it. And it took a long time though. It takes a lot of hard work. My mom worked 2 jobs and everything. It was a difficult come up to get out of the system. My mom didn't want us to grow up in that environment for long. I remember, like, Jesus Christ, like, anybody who knows Dora Miller, I'm not sure if it's still even open anymore. I haven't driven past there in so long, but it's like Dora Miller, and it's a closed off project, and it's a temporary housing, and people stay there their entire lives. And the one he said, the piss poor family, that was Michelle and her kids. It was a buddy of my mom's, and I think she had like 6 kids or something like that. But it was just funny when he said sugar on the counter and all that jazz. Like, I swear to it. There was always an open bag of sugar on the kitchen counter because they constantly made Kool-Aid, like almost nonstop. There was always there's no point to dump it in a container. So it's kept the bag open, ready to make more Kool-Aid because there's so many kids that just keep making Kool-Aid. It's good Kool-Aid though. But it's just funny, man. It's and the same thing, like how you said, like you weren't judged for it in the 70s, like you're like celebrated for it. For us, it was still the same thing. This is in the 90s. Like people like they're like, man, yo, you got a project house. That's what's up. Because I think the rent in the project house, like, you had to pay at least $20 a month or something like that. It was dirt. And then Section 8 covered a certain percentage of, like, your rent. So you can get into a normal house to get that Section 8. I remember having to walk to the food pantries. Like, you'll go to the food pantry, and in each family was a lot of, like, 2 boxes, like, canned goods. Where they, like, carry the boxes of canned goods all the way back home. We had to, because the bus route didn't go that way. So it went all the way home. You'll take the bus route so far, and then you get it back. And I remember my auntie Linda got a job at the bus station. And because sometimes we just couldn't afford bus fare. You just had to freaking hoof it. It is what it is. And my auntie would get she worked at the bus station. She'll find bus tokens on the floor at the bus station. And she would just always bring home like these jars of bus tokens. Gary used to use bus tokens. They don't use them anymore. At least I don't think they use them anymore. I think it's all like debit card or something now. Because I haven't run a bus in a long time. But yeah, there was these bus tokens. I remember because they used like metal buttons. That's what they looked like. It was a G in the middle, and it had like these slots around the sides. And that was like heaven. Because we didn't have to walk so many places anymore when she got the job at the bus station. It was a sad day when she quit because they barely paid her. She was getting paid under the table to do cleaning work. Some guy hired her in under the table, and I think she was making like $50 or $60 a week. It was like nothing. So yeah, it was good, man. It's cool that he could he can make this funny. I like that, and how he can make like going from like that's a good name, rags to riches for sure. Yeah, I appreciate that, man. You appreciate where you are a lot more. I'm not saying you have to go through the struggle. I won't wish that on anybody, but I appreciate the stuff I have so much more because of like growing up in that struggle. I appreciate so I'm willing always to wake up and like work hard and all that jazz because I always look back on like how it could be, and looking at those days of like carrying boxes and having to use like like the food stamps, the paper food stamps, and everything back in the day. It's on the card now, but there was one thing there was like a stigma for from people who did have money that you could feel it because they know what you're using. You have this little booklet and you have the food stamps. You have to tear them out. Same thing with what's it called? I forgot what the WIC. You have to they have to check it off on the list and all that jazz, and you can yeah, because you have this thing these pieces of paper that just tells everybody behind you in line that you're poor, and that used to kind of cut deep, especially when people do those Excels and they see you pull out like a my mom pulling out like a WIC voucher or like a food stamp thing. Yeah, it's tough, man. But as long as you're within a little inner circle, it's like celebrate it because other people are on it too. So, but as soon as you're outside in the public, you're like judged for it. Yeah. But I'm glad I went through it. I think it makes my brothers, all of us, we just appreciate what we have a lot more, and we work a lot harder to keep it. So it helps a lot. Not saying that's how you grow work ethic. I don't want anybody in the comments saying, I didn't go through that and I work hard. Not saying that at all. I'm just saying it's what molded me and helped me like to appreciate what I have and work hard. And I still have what's called, I always tell my like my brothers and my friends with that, have what's called a hood eye. I still keep the same hood mentality, even though I don't like live in the hood and stuff anymore. I keep that mentality when it comes to like purchase and stuff. Like if I purchase a new TV, I don't care if it's a 20-inch. I'm not bringing it in the house at nighttime. And then I cut the boxes up in little pieces, put it inside like a heavy duty garbage bag, and put it in the trash. Same thing with inviting people over. I don't like if you're a friend of a friend. If I don't know you, I'm sorry. Like it's just because our house has been broken into 3 times in my life, and all 3 times, well, 2 times we were able to prove it that it was people we knew, a friend of a friend, or like a neighbor or something like that. It boiled down to that, but you never get your stuff back. 3rd time we just didn't really know. But like I stopped. I was like, because you never know. Like you never know who's gonna tell somebody else. I'm like, I'm not. I went through getting our house broken into in the hood enough times. I'm not doing it anymore. And whenever you buy new stuff and you just throw your box on the curb, it's advertisement for burglars. It's not that they're just like, oh, I'm just gonna pick this random house. People look out for that kind of stuff. So they see TV boxes or like a PlayStation box, something like that in your trash or next to your trash can. They're like, that's a target. We know what they have in their house. So growing up in the hood has taught me some stuff, and I still not living in the hood anymore. I still have that hood mentality on how I do things. Tay still makes fun of me, like with that kind of stuff. Like when I play go, I was like, I'm not bringing it in the house right now. So I know I'm talking long, but I really enjoyed this. It was funny. And, makes you connect with people a little bit more, and it's cool that he's he's successful now, and I think people should celebrate him for that, not judge him for his success, because that happens a lot with celebrities. People, they get judged for their success. So, alright guys, that's all for this one. I talked long enough. Hopefully you guys are happy, safe, and healthy, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.